With the Great British Bake Off premiering next week, some of you guys will see my announcement that the Great British Crochet Off will be back as well. Let's chat what that means for this season. Or I guess series, because that's what the British call it. They don't say season, they say series. I'm American. I can't help it. The Great British Crochet Off is a series where I watch that week's episode of the Great British Bake Off, and then I crochet something that inspires me from it. This is literally a pile of some of those things. You guys will have seen this cake in that recent announcement video, but did you know it's also a purse? Because a lot of my things, I try and make them look like baked goods or something like that, but I also try and make them have other functions as well. So this is literally a purse. There's like a pocket inside for your phone and your keys and all of that. It's a functional purse that I've used before. Super cute. Generally, episodes of the Great British Crochet Off come out the Sunday after that episode airs. So usually like the episode comes out in Great Britain on Tuesday. That following Sunday, that episode of the Great British Crochet Off will come out. So it is a tight turnaround because I make everything without a pattern. I freehand everything, and I know you're wondering, well, can I make these items too? Kind of, because I also put out an episode called the Great British Crochet Off technical version. That usually comes out a couple of days after the original episode, and it's kind of my behind the scenes, and I try and include as much of a pattern as humanly possible. So you can make cute things like the hat that was like the beaver cake. The beaver cake. And I really do give myself the freedom to be inspired by anything. So for instance, this Violet's ginger beer. This is also to hold t-shirt bags for my cat's cat litter. This was inspired by Nadia making the like soda flavored, or the pop, whatever you want to call it, flavored cheesecakes back in series 6 maybe. I thought about what my favorite soda was. It's ginger beer, and I thought, you know what I really need right now? Something to hold my cat litter bags. So this was born. Sometimes I'm inspired by the challenges. I believe this was for a donut challenge for one of the finales. I don't want to say, I can't remember. I think it would be series 5, the finale for series 5. They made donuts, so I made this donut themed purse. I also make wearables as well. I love food themed clothing items, so why not? This one was inspired by Charlotte Ruse's that they had to make one time, a little like squashy strawberry covered tank top. This like shrug was inspired by Patisserie Week, and I wear it actually all the time because I live in Texas, so it's very hot here. Sometimes the items are large, like this large octopus. I literally hand crocheted every single little chocolate sucker on him. I glued on every single bead. Sometimes they're tiny, like this tiny little play fridge that's filled with baking ingredients and eggs that just fell. Sorry, eggs. The eggs always fall out. And I always end each series by crocheting a tiny version of the winning baker for our little miniature bake-off tent. This is one of my girls' favorite toys that I have in Shea Yarn here. They love to play with the little mini like cooking set and bake-off set. And most of all, the Great British Crochet Off always ends up costing me a lot of money because more than just buying yarn, sometimes I have to buy like really wackadoodle supplies to complete whatever wackadoodle creation I had, like hundreds of tiny turquoise beads. So if you could support this vision by making sure you watch the full videos, sharing them with a friend who loves the bake off or crocheted goods and all that good stuff, that would be so appreciated, so I can let this crazy little art project that I do go on. So I look forward to inviting you guys along for another series of what can my brain think up to make based on a competition cooking show. The coziest competition cooking show that's ever existed. The first series of the Great British Crochet Off will probably premiere like the 7th or the 8th. It depends. I might start premiering them on Mondays just to give myself an extra 24 hours to really pump out some incredible creations for you guys. And I'm really looking forward to it. I also have a couple of technical versions that have been sitting in my drafts for some reason unposted. So look for those in the next couple of days if you want to get a taste of what it takes to create one of these things in just a week.